Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be playing some duels. So what we're going to do pretty much is we're going to be playing 3 duels, and then we're going to be figuring out our weaknesses at the end of each duel, and then the following video we'll be addressing the weaknesses and pretty much just improving at the game. So yeah. Alright, so we're currently 1049 rating in Master 1, so let's just get straight into it. Alright, we're going to be playing no moving, and this is round 1. So we have blue Google car. Sun in the south. Not too sure about this. I'm thinking maybe Mexico. Yeah, not an easy round 1. The fence looks sort of like South American or like Central Americas. And then the blue Google card would be either Brazil or Mexico. So I'm thinking Mexico, but I'm just not 100% sure. The sun south as well would make sense for Mexico, so I think that's where I'm going. Yeah, honestly, not sure about this one. Yeah, he's throwing up a confused emoji. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go for like that. Let's have a look, see what he's thinking. Okay, he's going Thailand, alright, let's see. Nice. It was Mexico, and that's a good guess, actually. Good guess. It was actually Jalisco, but that's a solid round 1. Alright, round 2, this one's looking like Brazil. Yeah, we have the Brazil pole. Double yellow lines. Brazil's one of my weaker regions, I'd say. He's thrown in a guess. Yeah, not too sure. I'm not very good at Brazil. I'm just gonna go sort of Minas Gerais, Sao Paulo region. Yeah, it's northeast. I did consider it. Yeah. I think I just need to learn about where the hills are when it comes to Brazil, like where the mountainous regions are. Alright, but this is Australia, and the red soil is probably going to put me in the west, so I'm probably just going to go somewhere around Perth. Okay, he also went west, but it's actually South Australia, so that's another thing that I could improve at for sure, is the main road that goes through South Australia and Northern Territory. I need to learn it. That's definitely something that could be improved. Alright, .it plus the Italian plates puts us in Italy. We do have some hills in the distance. Any other clues? I'm probably just hedging between like Rome and Florence right now. Yeah, I think that's my best bet. Oh, it's actually like very far south. Okay, that's fine. But he does do a bit of damage to me there. Okay, next up, yellow center lines looking like US or Canada. I would probably lean Canada with the fact that it's single lines, not double. Where in Canada I think this is? I don't know what this is. If that's a good hint, I don't know what it is. Ontario maybe, or like Manitoba is probably one considering the most. I might go Ontario. I'm gonna go Ontario. He also went Ontario. It was actually Quebec, so he does do some damage. Alright. Alright, no front plates. Yellow back plate there. We do have an antenna visible. No fronts. No fronts. I think Puerto Rico has no fronts. Could it be Puerto Rico? I'm not too sure about this one. Could it be like Could it be Panama or Costa Rica? The yellow plate is confusing me, actually. I don't know why we're seeing a yellow plate. Yeah, this one I'm not too sure. This one I'm not too sure about. Could potentially lose the game on this if he knows it. Thinking Puerto Rico, but I'm not confident. I just know they have no front plates, so nice, and it was Puerto Rico. He goes Philippines, so that is gonna be it's gonna be game. Nice, nice. Let's go. Puts me to 1061 rating. And let's just go over some of the rounds. So the first round was the Mexico. That was a really good round. Really good round. I would say, yeah, the main problem was this Brazil round. And then this round, the Australia. Everything else was decent. This one, I guess, could have been better as well. Let's look at this Quebec round. So this thing potentially could have been an indicator for Quebec, which I didn't know about. Other than that, it's pretty much just the landscape. So I could do a bit of Canada practice and learn the landscapes a bit better. That's something I could do. And then the Australia round. I guess I could. I don't know if there was any metas here, but I think it's just a case of learning the road. Practicing South Australia and Northern Territory, just getting better at identifying those regions. There's a license plate here. I mean, maybe that could have helped. See, Australia is another thing to practice. And then the other one was Brazil. So, yeah, honestly, I did think of the Northeast. Like, it does look kind of dry vibes. But yeah, I'm just not good at Brazil. So, Brazil, Australia, and Canada were the weaknesses. But we done well on Italy, Puerto Rico, and Mexico. So, yeah, so from that game, yeah. So pretty much just practice Brazil, practice Canada, practice Australia is what we learned from that. But we got the dub. So let's move on to the next game. Alright, moving on to the next game. We have rifts in the sky, so I'm thinking Albania or Montenegro off rip. Hills to the west. Hills all around us really, but mostly to the west. I think I might just go like northern Albania, hedging for Montenegro. Or is anything that was leaning more towards one or the other? Yeah, so I'm not too good at differentiating Montenegro and Albania, so that's something that I could improve. Alright, I'm just gonna go northern Albania here. Not sure how to tell the two apart, so let's just see. He's in Turkey right now. Okay, he's 50-50. He's 50-50. He went Turkey. Okay, it was Albania. I mean, it was Montenegro, so some good damage. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, this is feeling Alps kind of vibes. Oh, what is that pole? It's like a holy pole, but I guess that's just a holy pole, right? It's a regular holy pole. But it feels hella Alps. Like, if it weren't for that pole, I'd probably be guessing like Austria or maybe Slovenia. But maybe it's just Romania with that pole. That says Moldova. That says Moldova. So am I going near Moldova with that? I think I am. Alright, I'm gonna go near Moldova. He's in the same region as me, and it was up there. Fair play. Alright. Okay, Australia again. Red soil again. So last time it was Okay, we have red car as well. I guess that's something I could improve. I could learn where the different cars are. But I think I'm going west with this red soil. It's gonna be one of the smaller roads because some of the main roads are matching up. So I'm probably just gonna click close to Perth again. Let's see. He clicks Queensland. Okay, it was west this time, but it was more north. Alright, fair enough. Could have been a better guess, but not bad. I got the region at least, and now we're in India. Really flat. Flat India. Yeah, not sure about the pole. Pole isn't helping me. Pretty much just have to go off the landscape. And with the flatness, I think I'd go more north. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna guess around pretty central. Would I just commit north, like Uttar Pradesh? Yeah, I'm gonna commit north. Just to see. Nice. It was actually Nepal. But that's enough to do it. Good thing I committed north. He goes Telangana, so we get the dub there. Alright, and that's another win, putting me to 1081 rating. We're actually at our peak rating right now. So, on that last round, potentially these outer lines, I didn't really consider them too much, but maybe that would have been more of an indicator for Nepal. Not too sure. But yeah, definitely the more recently added countries are weaknesses, like Nepal, Vietnam. Yeah, it was really flat. I guess I just don't really associate Nepal with the flatness, but clearly the south of Nepal can be very flat. But I did get the northern India vibe, so it was a good guess nonetheless, even though I didn't get the country. Other than that, all my other guesses were good. I guess I could get better at differentiating Albania and Montenegro. That could be something to improve on. Romania was fine, and then the Australia, I guess I could learn the different Google cards in Australia and where they drive. Probably could have got a more accurate guess. Yeah, overall played pretty well. Eliminated him in 4 rounds, so that was a good game. And then we're going to move on to the third and final game. If we win this game, I could potentially get to 1100 rating. Depending on the level of opponent that we play against. But let's see. Okay. Our next opponent. Alright. Immediately giving UK Ireland vibes of this like really thin, narrow road and the grass going in between. I think that's an Irish. I think that's sloped. I think that's slanted. So I think I'm going Ireland. And other than that, not much to go off of. So I'm just gonna guess Ireland. Probably just guess pretty central. And let's see. He goes UK, and it was Ireland. It was in the southeast. So alright. Decent first guess there. Bit of damage to start off. Okay. Red car stubby antenna with this pole paint. Not sure about the pole paint. But it should be between Ecuador and Colombia, I think. Some hills in the northwest. In the west-northwest. Is that a yellow plate? I can't tell. I think that's a yellow plate. So I think I'm going Colombia. West-northwest hills is interesting. Kind of a bit drier. But then we do also have palms, so I think I'm gonna go around this sort of region. There's a bit of a hedge. Oh, and he goes Bolivia. And it was Colombia, much more north, but that's gonna be some decent damage. And he is down to 3000 health. Good start. Alright. So we're driving on the left with all white road lines, making me think of Indonesia or Malaysia, but with the double white road lines, it shouldn't be Indonesia, so it should be Malaysia. Okay, not sure about that pole top. I'm not sure that. Oh, actually, is that the Sabah pole top? It might be actually. I'm gonna go Sabah. I think it might be. No, no, it wasn't. It was Nick Kutching, and he does 1,000 damage there. Maybe that's just a Sarawak thing. Maybe I misremembered that. But I'm pretty sure the thick like crossbar is a meta. Okay, off rip. It gives Romania vibes to me. This thick pole and just the vibes of it gives Romania. I'm not sure what that sign, if that's specific to a region. The mountains, I know, it could give like Slovenia or something even. But I'm gonna go Romania here. I'm gonna go Romania, like Western. You go Slovenia. It's actually Slovakia, okay, fair. Definitely makes sense with the forest that we saw. But I sort of just stuck to my initial thought. Alright, South Africa now. And South Africa definitely is a weakness. Very dry South Africa with mountains east, but also like all around us. So where do I think? Like, it could be Cape. But the way the mountains are, I'm not. Okay, Nkomazi. I'm probably gonna be clicking somewhere central-ish. Nkomazi. Okay, Nkomazi. Yeah, honestly, this isn't a strong point for me. Like, it could be Cape. It could be Cape. But the mountains are like all around us. I'm really not sure. I might click. Around here, it's a bit of a hedge. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, he goes max northeast, and he's much closer. It's near Sotini. And he does damage there. He evens it up. So let's move on to this round. Ghana car, so okay. Hill to the northwest, quite green. He goes fast. Probably clicking maybe slightly north of Kumasi. Okay, and it's just near Accra, so once again he's closer. He is starting to do damage to me here. Okay, moving on to round 7. We have the Vietnamese pole. And this one here is actually where the holes go all the way to the top. Will only be in the north of Vietnam. So we should be in northern Vietnam. And some hills to the southwest, hills to the north. So I'm gonna go Vietnam. I'm gonna go around Hanoi. He goes Indonesia, and I'm correct. And nice, we get the win there. So good game. That makes it 3 wins for 3, and that puts me 4 rating off of 1100. And I'm actually working my way up. There's only 5 hours left on until the leaderboard ends and the next week starts, but we could actually reach champion division here if we continue winning. I mean, it's only around 86 rating away, so it's doable. It is doable. So we'll see if we can potentially get there in the upcoming episodes. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this episode. We got the 3 wins out of the 3 games, so that was a good episode. And just going over this final game, so that's a good guess there on Vietnam. Not bad on Ghana. I mean, I got the country. What can you ask for? This was a bad guess, South Africa. This could have been a lot worse if this happened later on in the game when the multis built up a bit more. So yeah, South Africa, definitely a weakness, something to improve. This one, yeah, not terrible. Probably could have done better though. This one was a misremembering of the meta. So next time I see that thick crossbar, I'll go Sarawak. This one was a fine guess. Yeah, I mean, we got the country there. And then Ireland. So the main weakness for this game was the South Africa guess. So just South Africa, one to improve on. But yeah, overall, some good games. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.